Hello children, good evening. Welcome to my channel Economics with Purnima SHARMA. Right? So today I decided to practice one question of income method. And first you have to learn the formula first of all, which I taught, right? Thoroughly, that what are the main components of domestic factor income, then how to convert in the different aggregates of national income, right? So I selected one question of income method today. First of all, you have to take the main components. What is the main component? What you have to calculate? National income. What does it mean? NNP at FC, net national product at factor cost. That you have to calculate, right? So what are the main components? Domestic factor income, I explained to you, COE, OS and mixed income. So first of all, we will write the formula COE, right? What we are calculating? NDP at FC, right? What does it mean? We are not including depreciation because it is net. We are including the net factor income and from abroad, right? And we are not including NIT. We are including subsidies and not including IT, right? So this is NNP and FC. So first component was COE. Then we have to find out operating surplus, right? Only stick on your formula, right? Operating surplus, you will see since the beginning till the end, it is not given. So what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to add up its component. What are the components? Income earned from property and entrepreneurship, which is rent and interest and profit, right? Profit. Royalty is not given. So this is what? This is what? OS. Be very careful, right? Interest, dividend we are not supposed to include because dividend is already included in profit. Be very careful. Dividend already included in profit, then we are not supposed to touch dividend. Only we have to add rent, interest and profit. And next one, mixed income, right? Mixed income of self-employed. By adding all these, what we are getting? We are getting domestic income and DP at FC. Let's start. This is equal to 2000 plus rent 400 plus interest 500, right? And plus mixed income of self-employed 7,000, right? Plus profit. Profit is also here given 400. So write together. This is operating surplus, this is COE and this is mixed income, right? So 2000 plus 7,000, 9,000, 9,000, 9,500 and 9,500 plus 800. This is 10,300. Am I right? 5, 4, 9, 9, 3. Right? 1 carry and this is 7. Right? Crore rupees. What it is? This is NDP at FC because we only added the components of domestic factor income. Till now we have not added anything, depreciation, NFIA, NIT. This is what NDP at FC by adding only the components of domestic factor income. Now, after doing this, we have to convert into NNP at FC. How? This is NDP at FC, which already we calculated. This is 10,300 and the net factor income to abroad. These two things you have to be very careful. Net is given, so it is already calculated. You are not supposed to touch factor income from abroad and factor income to abroad. अगर net दिया है तो आप बिल्कुल भी factor income from abroad and to abroad को touch नहीं करेंगे. Net already calculated. Next thing, to abroad. This is the payment. And to मैंने बताया था किसका में included होता है? Domestic में. From किस में होता है? National में. So 2 is already included in domestic, while national does not include to net factor income too. This is the payment to non-resident, and non-resident income is not included in national. So it is not included in national. It should not be included in national while it is included in domestic. So what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to deduct net factor income to abroad is to be deducted, right? So how much it is given here? This is 50. So 10,300 minus 50. So what it comes? This is 10,250 crore is the answer of question, right? So you can see here in the question so many extra information is given to confuse the children, right? Like net export is the component of final expenditure used in the expenditure method. Like NIT we are not supposed to use because we are calculating at FC, right? Depreciation we are calculating net, so we are not supposed to use depreciation. This is extra, this is extra, this is extra, and this is extra. Net current transfer already explained to you in basic concepts. Here only we add the factor payment, factor income. We are not supposed to touch current transfers or capital transfer because these transfer income does not add to the current flow of goods and services. So it never be added. So this is also extra. Dividend is also extra because dividend already included in profit. So you are not supposed to confuse. You have to stick on the formula and solve the question. COE plus operating surplus, it is not given, so pick the component. What components are given? Rent, interest and profit, right? Interest, dividend we will not take because dividend is the component of profit. Then next one is mixed income. This is NDP at FC, NDP at FC plus net factor income from abroad, right? But it is even we are given 2. So directly we will deduct because it is the payment to abroad, right? It is included in domestic and it is not included in extra, so we are supposed to deduct. Your answer will come, right? So these are the very simple studies. Is very simple if you are focused, right? You are not doing the last minute studies. Last minute studies always create lots of confusion. If you are studying with me every day, you are watching the video from the beginning till the end, doing the practice of concept, sharing your doubts in the comment box, right? So in the month of February, you will be well prepared. 100% sure I am, right? Next year, I want to share some important point about the interest, right? इंटरेस्ट क्या है? इंटरेस्ट इज अ फैक्टर इनकम. इंटरेस्ट किस कौन से फैक्टर इनपुट को मिलता है? कैपिटल को. बट यू कैन सी दैट इंटरेस्ट विच इज रिसीव्ड, राइट, फॉर गिविंग फंड्स टू द प्रोडक्शन यूनिट, दैट इज ओनली इंटरेस्ट. इफ फंड आई एम रिसीविंग, ठीक है, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इंटरेस्ट फॉर लैंडिंग मनी फॉर कंजप्शन, कंजप्शन के लिए अगर मैं लोन दे रही हूँ, ठीक है, उसके बदले में जो मुझे इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है वो कभी इंक्लूड नहीं होता, क्योंकि ये क्या है? इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर इनकम विच कंट्रीब्यूट टू द करंट फ्लो ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. इफ आई विल टेक द इंटरेस्ट टू कंस्ट्रक्ट ए हाउस, इफ आई विल टेक लोन टू कंस्ट्रक्ट द हाउस, राइट, एंड आई एम गिविंग लोन टू बैंक, दैट इज नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ हियर फैक्टर इनकम, राइट, फॉर द बैंक, राइट. So be very careful. Interest, that is only a fund which is received, right, for what? For lending money for the production unit, for the production purpose only, right. Here what is not included? Sometimes you can see very common information given in question: interest on national debt or national debt interest. What it is? This is the loan once the government is providing the services to various goods and services to serve the society. In expenditure method, if you remember, I taught you government final consumption expenditure. So if government is producing the goods and services as general government to serve the society for making infrastructure, law and order, etc., education, health, right? So at this moment, government is doing the consumption, production as well as consumption. And to do this production, if government asks the loan from general public by issuing the different bonds, infrastructure bond, Indira Vikas Fund, etc., that is to collect the funds to meet its expenditure for social welfare. So at this moment, interest received by us who purchase the bonds, अगर मैंने इस बॉन्ड को इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बॉन्ड को परचेस किया है, देन आई विल गेट इंटरेस्ट. और ये इंटरेस्ट आपके फैक्टर पेमेंट फैक्टर इनकम में नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि जो ये इंटरेस्ट मुझको मिला है इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बॉन्ड पे, I have given loan to government just to serve the society, and at this moment government work as a producer as well as consumer, right? So government, if is taking loans to serve the society, it is not to be added in the factor income, right? And interest paid by one firm to another firm is also not included, क्योंकि if I am firm, ठीक है, I have given loan to another firm, right? Here like bank is a production unit, is giving loan to other, right? One bank is given loan to another bank, is not to be added, क्योंकि once it is with me, right? I am receiving this interest, right? So already it is added, right? Again I will give loan to other bank, again the other bank will use this fund to lend money to people, so it will create the double counting. So it will not be added the loan given by one firm to another firm, interest on it is not included, right? So be very careful about this interest. That point was left here once I was discussing the components of domestic factor income. Now let's start since the beginning till the end what I taught you in this unit, right? I taught you in this unit for circular flow of income. Circular flow of income, how the income is circulated. What is the reason for this circular flow? The human wants are unlimited and recurring in nature. That makes production a process, and that's why it is circular. It is not like this, it is circular, right? Then I explained to you in the very first chapter, real flow, money flow, stock and flow. Only these concepts I taught, 3 concepts, right? It comes to the second chapter of this unit. Second chapter is very much important, is the soul of this unit. Without understanding the second chapter, you can't understand rest 2 chapters, right? तो बी वेरी फोकस. सेकेंड चैप्टर को बिल्कुल इग्नोर नहीं करेंगे. इसमें क्या पढ़ाया मैंने? डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी. डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी क्यों जानना ज़रूरी है? टू कैलकुलेट डोमेस्टिक इनकम. क्योंकि व्हाट डोमेस्टिक इनकम क्या है? द इनकम अर्नड बाय रेजिडेंट एज वेल एज नॉन रेजिडेंट, बट शुड बी अर्न विद इन डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी ओनली. अगर आपको डोमेस्टिक टेरिटरी पता ही नहीं है तो आप कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? So for calculating domestic income, you should know what is domestic territory. Then I taught you normal resident. That you should know to calculate national income. Because what is the national income? Income earned only by normal resident within the country or outside, right? In a given period of time. So here you should know who all are normal residents, right? After that I explained to you factor income, transfer income. Why you should know the difference? To calculate any of the aggregate of national income by income method, because we are supposed to add income method only in factor income, not transfer income, right? After this I explained to you intermediate goods and final goods. Why you should know? To calculate the any of the aggregate of national income by output method, by value-added method, or by expenditure method, right? You should know. Because we only are supposed to add the value of all final goods and services in value added method. We are supposed to add the expenditure on all final goods and services by all 4 sectors in expenditure. So you should know which are intermediate goods and which are final goods, right? After that, I explained to you the gross and net. After that, I explained to you domestic and national, difference on the basis of NFIA. After that, I explained to you market price and factor cost, differentiated from each other on the basis of indirect tax and subsidies, right? Do enough practice for these three concepts. These are the pillars of the next two chapters, right? After that, in third chapter, I explained to you the different aggregates of national income. What I explained to you, 4 domestic and 4 national. After 4 domestic, 2 gross and 2 net. GDP at FP, GDP at FC. NDP at FP, NDP at FC. 4 domestic. 4 national, 2 gross, 2 net. GNP at FP, GNP at FC. NNP at FP, NNP at FC. And do enough practice for these concepts. After that, in the last chapter, I explained to you 3 methods, right? Value-added method, income method, expenditure method. Under all these 3 methods, what I taught you? The components, right? Formula for calculation, then steps and precaution. Step and precaution, or if you will study together, you will find there is lots of similarity. You have to change only the language, right? तो ये आपको मैंने 3 मेथड पढ़ाए, जिसमें उसका फॉर्मूला आपसे डिस्कस किया, कॉम्पोनेंट डिस्कस किए, स्टेप्स बताए और क्या बताए, प्रिकॉशंस, राइट? This used to come in board examination as per 3 mark or 4 mark, right? Numerical always repeatedly used to come in board examination because this unit having the weightage of 10 marks in board examination, right? After that, I explained to you nominal national income, real national income, GDP and welfare, and last concept I taught you, this is here GDP deflator and green GNP, right? So if you have any doubt in any of the concept, right, you are supposed to discuss in the chat box, sure. Okay, then only you will be benefited, be focused, right? So again, 2 lines from my side to motivate you. It is very much important, right? नज़र को बदल दो तो नज़ारे बदल जाते हैं, ठीक है? सोच को बदल दो तो सितारे बदल जाते हैं. अगर आज ही अपनी सोच बदल देंगे आप, ठीक है, तो आपका फ्यूचर बहुत ब्राइट होगा. तो सोच को बदल दो तो सितारे बदल जाते हैं. कश्तियाँ बदल देती हैं, कश्तियों को बदलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. कश्तियों को बदलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. दिशाओं को बदल दो तो किनारे बदल जाते हैं. अगर मान लो किनारा इधर है और हम इधर खड़े हैं, तो इधर खड़े होकर क्या देख रहे हैं कि इधर की साइड की कोई बोट मिले, नहीं, अपनी डायरेक्शन चेंज कर दो. उस डायरेक्शन में बोट लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं कि वहीं से बोट लेंगे तभी वहाँ जाएंगे, ठीक है. इधर से भी बोट लेंगे और अपने डायरेक्शन इधर करेंगे तो क्या मिल जाएगा, किनारा, ठीक है. तो अभी आपको क्या करने की ज़रूरत है, अपनी सोच बदलो, ठीक है, अपनी दिशा बदलो एंड फाइंड आउट योर टारगेट. ऑल दिस. थैंक यू.